Is it clearly audible?
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you so much, Devi. Okay, so today we will start from block 3. In last unit, we were discussing the perspectives on caste. Okay, so last unit of your unit 2, that is census and caste. Okay, here in that unit, basically you will get to know that how caste it has been used in the census and how that census on the basis of caste that is being policed, that is being played as a uh, voting card, or as a, you can say, the card which can be used for draw the votes. Okay, so it is getting politicized. So census on the basis of caste, now we are also in a favor, or there are lot many debates that are going on just to conduct that kind of census on the basis of caste identity. Okay, so as we knows that when census it was started in the British era, they had also tried to cover how what are the different communities they are residing in India. Okay, and that caste census it has brought many caste-based movement that we can also find in that debate, that is how voting and caste they are closely related, and that caste-based identity is most essential in India, and how based on that identity there are a lot many movements they are going on. Okay, so when uh, Britishers they started doing census, and that inclusion of the caste that has created many change in the uh, Indian people. As we know that inclusion of caste, and as in a independent area we know that uh, the protective discrimination. Okay, so to get that idea, many caste group they want to be enlisted in that schedule. Okay, and that is also creating many movements. We can say the minority movements in India, in different parts of the India. Okay, so that is the major point where if they are being included in the uh, caste system, or they are being included, they are being recognized through any of the policies and programs of the state, then definitely there will be a conflict among the caste group to be remain in that schedule, or to be remain in that group. Okay, so that is again creating that caste based movement, and which is somehow those caste based movement has they have benefited different caste communities. For example, the formation of the caste association or caste organization in different parts of the India, so creating that is creating a base where a particular caste group, or the member of that particular caste group, they can get uh, their share of rights, or they can raise their voice against any kind of injustice towards them being a member of a particular caste. Okay, so these caste association they have tried to bring back, they have tried to sort for their rights on the basis of, or by using these caste associations. Okay, so in one way caste census that is uh, that is a burning topic, or that is a that is you can say On that basis, many political ideologies or many political parties they are debating. Okay, and it is also creating another movement which is very important for the individuals regarding the identity. Okay, so that process is also creating many kind of movements. Okay, going to the third unit, and there are many understandings on the caste systems are there, and we sociologists we have also a different kind of perspective when we understood that caste system. Okay, for example, when we are doing any kind of social investigation, or we are trying to do any kind of social science research, we generally do that resource mapping. We generally do that profiling of the socioeconomic profiling or profiling of the particular area or caste group or particular individuals. Okay, so on the basis of uh, caste identity, or the on the basis of that resources information, we can have certain kind of prediction, we can have certain kind of empirical studies. Okay, so we have different kind of perception caste uh, towards the caste in India. Like we had studied in the previous units of block 2, how different sociologists have their own field view when they have done their research work in different parts of the India. Okay, so in third unit here, or in third block here, you have the perspective on family. Okay, family, marriage and kinship. Here basically the first unit of the block 3, that is unit 9, here it is dealing with the household and the family. Okay, and we will here try to understand what are the different types of family in India, and how we understood the concept called family. Okay, and we will try to understand the difference between family and household. We will also try to find out what are the textual view and what is the field view regarding the family, like we have discussed in the caste, in the case of caste. Okay, and we will also try to cover the recent changes or the changes in the family. Okay, or what is happening in contemporary India in regard to the family. Okay, and here mainly we will try, or the examples will be from the Hindu family, and we will mostly found we will mostly find the examples from the and don't expect the family. The, there will be the okay. So as we knows that family in India or children is
Ma'am, voice and audio is not clear, ma'am.
my voice is breaking or it is not audible at all.
Now it is okay, ma'am.
Okay, okay,
In between the voice was breaking a little bit,
okay.
and the video was also completely stuck.
Hello, I lost my
Thank you,
connection.
ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
okay, so just inform me whenever you are finding any kind of technical glitch, or just message me. Okay, if I am not audible or I am not reachable, just message me. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
in the chat box. Okay, so in India, when we said that what is family, so we understand that when a particular uh, kin member residing in the same place with principle of that particular kinship or descent. Okay, so that group can be called as a family, and the common kind of nature of that family is they have a common kitchen or they will eat together. Maybe it is not possible. They will eat from a common kitchen. So that commensality is there in a family. So when we try to understand the meaning of family in India, basically in Hindu family, it is uh, the common eating or the common residence. Uh, a group of people, they will reside in the same place, they will take the food from the same place. Okay, and that habitation process, uh, how they are living, it means the kitchen, it means the descent, but it means the power structure, everything that is decided through their kinship culture, through their the descent culture. But you must have seen that in different parts of the India or in different parts of the state, they have their own principle. Okay, for example, you have seen that in some area, we have seen that they have a marriage of with marriage rule. A marriage is possible that between the cross cousin. Okay, so that kind of principle, and there are some parts in India those are present where you have seen that the power structure lies with the female member, like we have heard the matrilineal or matriarchal family. Okay, so there are different kind of principles are there, how that family's structure will be there, how the uh, power structure will be there, and how many numbers. Okay, so different thing as we will find in the family, so that will be decided uh, through that the descent rule or through that kinship rule, and that kinship rule will vary from locality to locality or region to region. Okay, so that is true. And in Hindu family, we have studies says that it is the family uh, from the idea it has got, it has originated, that is the pitririn or the indebtedness towards your ancestor. Okay, so that is built on that idea. If you want to repay the debt of your ancestor, then you have to continue that family, means you have to procreate and rear those children up to a particular age. Okay, and it is believed that by doing that it will, you will be free from the ancestor debt or indebtedness. Okay, so and again it is believed that if you have procreated a male child, then it will be getting more easier. So there are many textual analysis are there on Hindu family, as we have also discussed that, already discussed that, how there are different classical scripts are there which have actually tried to figure out and which have actually tried to describe the family structure in India, and basically the Hindu family structures. Okay, so as we have also discussed that the Manusmriti or different other Vedas, Puranas, okay, they have also, and uh, mm, the mythological stories, okay, they have also tried to explain or describe the structure of family. Okay, So in Hindu family, basically we will see that that is based on a particular idea. Family is the that is that mechanism through which you can get rid of the get it from the ancestor dependence. Okay, so uh, that will continue the family. Okay, you had certain kind of indebtedness, and your next generation or your child, they have that amount of indebtedness, and that will goes on like that. Okay, so the family structure, it continues, it sustains. Okay, through uh, through many kind of challenges. Okay, so there are many textual view and many the classical views are there on family. Okay, and basically we knows that we in India we have two types of family. That is, one is your nuclear family, another is your uh, joint family. Okay, but here we can have certain kind of idea uh, where there are many types of family that are residing. Okay, so one among the researcher who have actually tried to uh, study the family in India, and he has given the different types of family in India. Okay, here he has actually tried to figure out the 12 types of classes, uh, 12 types of family which are present in India. Okay, so first is the nuclear family, where a couple with or without unmarried children they are residing. Okay, and second category is supplemented nuclear family. Okay, and third category is subnuclear family. Fourth category is single person household. Fifth category is supplemented subnuclear family. Sixth is collateral joint family. Seventh is supplemented collateral joint family. Eighth is linear joint family. Next is supplemented lineal joint family. Then lineal collateral joint family, supplemented lineal collateral joint family, and here in the last you will find the residual class. Okay, so there may be many other classifications are there which have been done by the different other scholars. Okay, and like the other scholar who have studied the family, those are the AMSA, you must have heard. They have tried to study the families of Gujarat. Okay, and how there are many types of families are there according to them. Okay, according to various researchers. In India, like family, you will see So sorry for the technical glitch. Actually, it is heavily raining here. So for that reason, I think the network is very. It is very. So I will continue. So as we said that the nuclear family, where we were discussing how the numbers are there and how that family structure uh, that is functioning. Okay, and when we discuss the joint family system in India, Hindu joint family, it is basically the composition of a couple, their married and unmarried children, and some relative relatives. Okay, so here you will also find that parents and their siblings, or the grandparents and their siblings, or in a particular family, you will find the childrens of those siblings. Okay, so the numbers of the members of the particular family, that can be extended to any numbers. Okay, so and that will vary from the region to region, or from a particular area to another area. Okay, so there are many types of many principles, different principles are there, based on which the joint families they are framed, or they are they are structured on those principles. Okay, and as we are discussing that, the actual view of the joint family system, here we have seen that the traditional scripture, they are giving a uh, particular kind of family structure, that is of a joint family system. And going to the field, you will find the presence of the both kind of family structure, the nuclear and the joint family structures. Okay, uh, basically in India, uh, there are uh, many kind of uh, Hindu joint family, you will find where uh, they had been they had been framed on the basis of their local descent root. Okay, uh, for examples, in the field view, we have seen that there are many types of, like, the patriarchal family. Okay, and the matriarchal family. Okay, and we have also seen that the family based on their caste community. Okay, and how caste community and family structure, they go hand in hand, or they have they have a uh, close relationship among them. Okay, so going to the family structures, or going to the types of family, as we have seen that the textual view, it gives you the idea, or it gives you that scenario where Hindu joint family are most commonly found in the Indian scenario. Okay, and the second kind of view you can find out in the textual view is that is the uh, joint family system in India. Especially the Hindu joint family system in India, they are getting broken. They have been weakened. Okay, and you can because of the uh, advent of the different rulers, because rulers and those first joint families are there, have they have got affected by those social changing process. Okay, so in one way it can be called that there is a myth that the joint family they have been disintegrated, because as we have seen that the descent rule itself that is getting changed uh, because of the advent of many kind of mm, the rulers, or because of the advent of, you can say, various kind of changing forces. Okay, so if that descent rule or if that kinship's rule they are getting changed, then it is obvious that it will have an impact on the family structures. Okay, for example, the nuclear family. In the present context, we may not find the cohabitation of the family members, like the parents and their married and non-married children. In the present context, we will see that uh, both parents they are working and they are uh, residing in different places. Children are also studying and they are also staying in different other places. Okay, so a family unit, a nuclear family unit, that is also not staying together, or they don't have that common house or the common kitchen, but they are called as the nuclear family. Okay, so the functioning of any types of family that is getting changed, but maybe they are staying as a nuclear family. Or we have also many example, like still there the members 20, 30, 100 members in a particular joint family system, they are here. Okay, so the numbers that may increase. So it is said that there is a need that nuclear family they have been broken, or they have been disintegrated. But you can certainly find out that there are changes in the traditional structure and the traditional functioning patterns of a nuclear family. Okay, so that is also happening. And going to the view of Okay. So I was discussing the functionalist perspective, then I got disconnected. Okay. So the conflict perspective on family, as we have seen that functionalist perspective, they are saying they are the representative of the state. Okay. So as you will see the state, the types of family and their family values, family belief system, ideology will be the, there will be then they go hand in hand. Okay. So their perspective is that they are the micro representative of the state, and the perspectives of the conflict or Marxian perspectives, you can see they are saying that family here, that is the result of a particular kind of the conflict between the haves and have nots. Okay, here we will say that the family unit, they are also those media through which a particular industrialist, they will get those workers, or they will get that particular ideology of the working class, which have been cultivated among the individual. For example, you have seen that mm, respect to others. Okay, you cannot raise question on the elders activities. Actually those kind of behavior that is encouraged in the particular workplace area. Okay, in a working area. So that kind of behavior, that kind of action, that is accepted in a working area, and that behavior we are trying to inculcate among the individuals from the beginning. Okay, you cannot raise voice against your elders, you cannot question the elders. Okay, so these kind of idea, or again we are trying to say that we are generating the workers, we are training the workers in a particular society. Okay, and a particular family, that is a representation of that state, the as the functionalist perspective, functionalist they are saying. Okay, here you will say that uh, any kind of action in a family that is justified through that through a particular kind of workplace atmosphere. For example, if the male member, they are getting irritated and they are getting they're getting angry on the female folk, and it is justified through that workplace idea. Oh, they are in a workplace, so they must have been hard pressed, so their anger and their irritation is quite, it is general or quite okay. So we generalize, or we will try to normalize that behavior through that particular kind of workplace environment. Okay, and another example pers- perspective, it has been given that workers do not generally try to bargain on their remuneration, because they have to raise their children. Okay, if they are trying to bargain, they may not get that amount which they are getting. Okay, so these kind of behavior or these kind of idea uh, is with the uh, conflict perspective on the family functioning. Okay, and there are also the other kind of view you will find, where they are trying to focus on uh, a particular family, like the functional the conflict perspective said that they are trying to train the working class. Okay, so there is a cooperation kind of relationship between the state and the family. Okay, so another perspective is that cooperative and conflict perspective, they work in that area. Okay, so going to the next unit, that is the household as a cooperative conflicting unit, cooperative or a conflicting unit. Okay, here we will try to discuss that. We will detail understood how a functionalist and a conflict perspective, they have uh, they have contributed to the cooperative conflict perspective, and the feminist thought has substantially contributed to this perspective. Okay, we will also try to understand that household is not a unified and undifferentiated category. Okay, we will also try to explore the idea that sex representation and economic consideration, which in being a household member differently according to age, sex, gender, relation to the kin ties. Okay, and here we will also try to understand how state impinges upon the household and its members. Okay, and we will try to see the cooperative conflict perspective uh, initially focused the family household economic alone, but are extending the argument in this unit. Here we will they have concluded that reproduction, state, religion, and community and violence. Okay, they have also included those kind of units in their discussion. Okay, they have certain kind of idea on family. Okay, so class, I am taking a 10-minute breaks because it is heavily downpouring here. So again, I will resume after 10 minutes. Hope there will be a better connection after the break. Okay.
Okay.
So class, we will resume here. I think there is some problem in my camera. Okay, let it be closed. So we can get extra strength for our audio. Okay, so here in the in this unit in unit 10, here we can see another perspective as we have discussed the two perspectives on conflict perspectives and the functionalist perspectives on family. Here, the feminist perspective we will try to discuss here. In India or in any parts of the world, you have seen that the status of women that is uh, that is not equal with the status of other gender, like the male in a particular family. Yeah, and that differentiation it actually start from the family. Okay, uh, and feminists actually they have seen that uh, these units they are the actual bone of contestation. Okay, and socialist families, socialist feminist, they think that family and reproduction it is only tied with the women, or it only tie the women back within that family. Okay, and we have seen that if the both gender or the both member of the family male and female they're working, but you will see the restriction on the female is more, and and that restriction will be made uh, on the causes like you have some family duties, you have some family responsibilities are there, so you cannot do that kind of work, or you cannot meet the uh, expectation which is expected from you as a worker in that particular workplace. Okay, and the second kind of the responsibility which is lies on the women is that for reproduction. Okay, so from very beginning, as we have said that, seen that why women are they reside in a family and they go out for the livelihood. Okay, and that process it actually started from uh, the process called when we have tried to progress that family or women are they choose that process. They get and they remain in that particular town. So uh, that is actually very, uh, very bothersome or very expected. We also support that view. The women will the work because they are in that reproduction process. Okay. So, for that phase, they have created the family in different parts of the India, different parts of the world. They have created the rules on the women first, not to go for the work. Okay, so that is one perspectives by the feminists, how they have a different view on the different gender. Okay, how they have a one particular perspective for the women and a uh, other perspective for the male. Okay, so that is present in the family. And but we have seen that there are many debates which are going on how reproduction and uh, the mothering, that is actually having an impact on the family and the state economy also.